As someone who both owns a small entertainment company, DJ and AV company, and someone who speaks on a regular basis, I often wander into events where I will be asked to, hey, can you help with the sound system? Can you help with the microphone? Do you mind being our MC tonight? And generally speaking, I don't have a problem with that. But one particular occasion, I showed up and I was just intending to be in the audience, and the host of the event said, hey, I've got a speaker who's coming today. She's brought her own microphone. Can you help me get her connected to the system? Well, the system belonged to the venue and the microphone belonged to the speaker, and nobody had any idea how to connect them. She walked up, she handed me what she had, and I unzipped the package and I looked at it and I realized what she had was an actual headset microphone. What she didn't have was a body pack or a receiver. Which means you could talk into this piece all day long. But the little wire coming out at the other end, it's connected to nothing. It's connected to nothing, so you're just talking. I'm J Loren Norris with Leading Leaders Podcast, and I truly believe there are a lot of people who are living their life corporately, relationally, organizationally, with the same kind of disconnect that the microphone without a belt pack has. The inability to fully transmit and translate the information coming from the heart and the mind of the communicator to the audience because there's something missing. Well, what's missing? In the same way that she had a vision for how her microphone would work because it was hers, it was individual, it was private, it was not anybody else's microphone. She had a vision for how that would work, and maybe in other places they had simply accommodated her by providing a belt pack and providing a transmitter and saying, fine, if you want to use your own headset, that's cool with us, but without explaining to her that you can't just show up with the headset only. If you're going to bring your own mic, you have to bring the whole thing. How many organizations out there today have completely lost sight of the vision of the original founder? They're disconnected from the original target audience. They're disconnected from what the product set was or the services that were going to be provided. And so they're running around with their own imaginations about what it should be like in their department, in their organization. They have a notion that, well, if we did this and this and this, bring our own microphone, don't worry about the headset or the belt pack or the receiver, then life will be a whole lot easier for us. We just have this one little package to carry around. Well, how many people are doing that in your organization? They're not led by the vision that you originally had. They're not led by the vision you were inspired with when you started your organization. And so each little unit, each work unit, each cluster of people, they've kind of created their own little disconnected vision. They're all like little individual microphones not connected to a belt pack or a receiver. And so the communication isn't happening at all. They're all talking within their own little cluster, but none of them are guided by the vision of your organization. I think there's a frustration level that comes along with being that leader and saying, I look out there at my product team and they've got some brilliant products, but they're not for the customer my heart was for when I started this organization. And I look at our marketing team and they've got some brilliant ads, but they're not doing anything to drive the kind of customers that our products are made for. And I look at our sales team and I don't have any idea what they're selling. But when I put all of these things together, it's like 4 or 5 or 6 different companies and organizations. We have products for a group of people that we don't really serve, and we have a sales team trying to sell to a group of people that aren't even identified by the product. We have a marketing. You follow me? Do you see how frustrating that can be as a leader? Let me throw one paradoxical idea at you, and let me ask you this. When you started your organization, when you began doing the legacy work that you're here to do, to leave an imprint on the earth, that when you're gone, people will know you were here, that you did good for others. When you started that idea, did you make up that plan? And when I say make up that plan, did you just come up with it one day and go, this is what I'm going to do? Or was there a chance that that was an inspired vision? Maybe it started off on a dinner napkin. Maybe it started off in a conversation with a friend. Maybe you had a spiritual moment sitting on a mountain somewhere or in a church service somewhere, and this idea came to you and you thought, wow, that's brilliant. And you got goosebumps all up and down your spine and the hair on the back of your neck stood up and you said, that's what I have to do with the rest of my life. See, in my experience, that's an inspired vision, not an imagined vision. Not the idea of just putting together notions and trying to figure out how to make money and how to get people to pay you, but actually doing something that was laid into your heart by a greater power. Something that said, this is what you're made for. This is what you're assigned to do. Now imagine if you were that greater power and the billions of people on earth and all of them, like your own little organization, doing what they want to do, doing what they've imagined in their hearts, doing what they came up with. And none of them connected to the belt pack or the receiver. None of them connected to the communication that you're offering. None of them running their business or their life or their organization the way you designed them to be. I know this is a little different message than usual, but I really do believe we need to get back to those inspired visions. Stop pursuing just the dollars. Worry about the impact and the influence more than the income. And I think you'll find that the income follows. I'm J Loren Norris with Leading Leaders Podcast for Tell It Like It Is TV. Have a blessed day.